Hi, I'm Deslu. In this video, I want to showcase the application I created for stock prediction. So let's get started. First, just simply click on the executable file to open the application. It might take some time to open depending on your device specification. After that, a welcome window will pop up showing the name of the application, Stock Analyzer, along with an introduction and some important notes. Make sure to read the documentation for important details and disclaimers. Also note that this application needs an internet connection, so please make sure you are connected every time you use it. Let's take a quick look at the documentation. It opens as a PDF and includes everything about the application. First, there's an introduction and important disclaimer. Some things to note: this is not financial advice and the predictions involve high uncertainty. For the future price prediction is experimental. Then we have the how to use the application section. To get detailed information, you can go through it by yourself. Next is the technical indicators and the model used. Stock data is mainly from Yahoo Finance, and news is from the GDELT Project, which is an open source news resource. If you're interested, you can go through the specific indicators I used, like exponential moving average, MACD, RSI, and others. There's also a section about the sentiment analysis process. The main model powering the app is a basic LSTM model, nothing too fancy. If you're unfamiliar with LSTM, just read the documentation to get a better idea. Then is prediction adjustment. Since LSTM doesn't give predictions based on the current price, I align the model's pattern output with the real-world price. This is called level shift for my model. I also apply sentiment adjustments, so please take that into consideration when looking at the final prediction. Now on to the accuracy. The directional accuracy is around 60%, meaning it has a 60% chance to correctly predict the trend, bullish or bearish. However, the 95% confidence interval is very wide, between 23.1% and 88.2%. That means it can go as wrong as 23.1% accuracy or as high as 88.2%. So the result has high uncertainty. Please don't use this as a precise price target, and don't make trading decisions based solely on these values. There's also some info about data dependency and model limitations that you can check out in the documentation. So that's it for the documentation section. Now let me demo how to actually use the application. After clicking OK, it'll prompt an input window where you can enter the stock symbol. Let's try Bitcoin. Next, select the display range for historical stock prices. You can choose days, months, or years depending on your preferred time frame. After deciding, just click Submit, and you'll be asked to input the training year for the model. I'll let users choose this because everyone has different strategies. Some go long-term, some short. If you're a long-term trader, I suggest using more than 5 years, like 6 or 7. For short-term, 2 or 1 is fine. The default is 3, which suits general use cases. After that, it will start querying GDELT for Bitcoin news. It shows how many articles are being processed here, which in this case is about 200 articles. This part may take some time, so let's jump to the final phase. Okay, it shows 190 processed, almost done. Once finished, a result window will appear with generating result text. For your information, don't click on the window while it's loading to avoid freezing. After it's done, a feedback pop-up will show, just asking for your feedback. You can dismiss it for now. Oh, here's the result in the plot for analysis. You can see the name Bitcoin USD, which is correct. You can hover over the plot to see detailed stats for each point. It also displays the time frame you selected earlier. Here it's 3 months, so the plot covers that range. You'll see predicted prices, their corresponding dates, and more. There's a legend too, so you can toggle different lines. You can zoom in or out by scrolling your mouse. The zoom is centered where your cursor is, so just point where you want to zoom. If it gets messy, hit the Reset View button to bring the chart back to its original view. There are also documentation and feedback buttons. The documentation button reopens the PDF. The feedback button opens a Google form for your thoughts. Yeah, I know it's a bit simple, but I'm a solo dev with limited budget, so I will go for that. You can also save the result as an image file, either PNG, JPG, or any format available. Just choose where to save it and give it a name. A pop-up will confirm the save location. For example, if it saves to desktop, you'll see the image there. You can open it anytime to revisit your result. At the bottom left of the plot, you can also see the training period used. Now here's the most interesting part, the Show News URLs button. Clicking it will show you a list of news articles fetched from GDELT for sentiment analysis. Just copy a link, paste it into your browser, and read the article. Some news might be in other languages, like Vietnamese, Chinese, or Russian. You can use Google Chrome's Translate feature to read them in English. There's a Vietnamese article. Now, a Chinese one, it talks about an earthquake in Myanmar. Sometimes the article might not be fully related to Bitcoin. It could just be tagged by a keyword or the different policy of the news organization, which purposely don't write the keywords, so keep that in mind. Also, not all news is accurate. Some may even be fake. So always consider that and don't rely solely on the sentiment results. Here's a Russian news site. I used Google Translate again to get the content. It's about currency, which could be relevant. If you come across a language you don't recognize, just right-click and translate it. Oh, these sites have ads, so I muted the site for now. Here's another site, ntv.com, pasted into the browser, and yep, this one directly mentions Bitcoin. Again, you can translate to English using the same method. That's how the news URL and sentiment analysis feature works. If you want to analyze another stock, just click Reselect Symbol and it'll go back to the stock symbol info window. As long as the symbol is available on Yahoo Finance, it should work. Let's try time on glass. I'll select the default 3-month time frame and click OK. It'll query the related news. This time, it shows 2 articles only. This depends on what GDELT has for that company. Now the result is ready. The name shows Taiwan Glass into Cork. The trend looks bullish. The news URLs show 2 related articles. Let's try another one, 1155 KL, which is Malayan Bank in Malaysia. Same process. Wait for the news fetching. And now the result is up. The name shows Malayan Bank Bearhead, exactly what we're looking for. The trend looks struggling, and it has related news. Let's open one. It's about a bank executive facing bribery charges. So yeah, it covers a wide range of stock symbols and their related news for analysis. I think that's all for this demo video. If you want to try the application, you can check out the GitHub link in the description. In the future, I plan to train an event-based AI to help with market reaction predictions. For example, when something like Trump's tariff policy drops, it's super hard to predict, but maybe an AI can help with a more accurate response. If you're an investor or just interested in this project, feel free to contact me via Gmail. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.